Welcome back. Well, this morning I'm joined by Bill Van Koski, and Bill is a collector of historic bottles, which is something I think is very neat, and you're going to have a presentation. We'll get to that a little bit later, but first off, Bill, what made you want to get into collecting historic bottles? What kind of sparked your interest from the get-go?
Well, back in the early 1960s, my wife and I were hiking in the woods and found a bottle that looked unlike anything we'd ever seen. And so in the process of finding out about that, I learned that there were people collecting bottles, and from there it was just a matter of starting to dig and accumulate and trade and accumulate a lot of collectible bottles.
All right, so now you said dig. Did a lot of your bottles come from digging? You actually had to get your hands dirty and go find them?
Most of them were dug, yes.
Okay, and yeah, we see there we've got to look at some of the bottles there, Bill, and if you want to maybe talk about some that pop up, very interesting too.
Okay, this is Kaufman's rheumatic and kidney powder from Marquette. Those are two very old soda bottles. Those are
soda.
Earliest,
wow,
earliest Marquette County bottles.
Okay.
The one dated from the late 1860s.
Wow.
This is from what used to be our beautiful old sandstone brewery west of town, and the bottle that was shown there was from about 1912. It's very difficult, of course, to find a labeled bottle.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Now, Bill, you were saying a lot of these bottles come from the Marquette area, but not made in Marquette, right?
Yes, that's a question is frequently asked. Oh, these bottles are all made in Marquette? No, the nearest bottle works to us here in Marquette was Milwaukee, and that wasn't until 1880.
Wow.
So that old soda bottle that we saw came from Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And if you can visualize how 1,000 bottles were shipped from Pittsburgh to Marquette and how long it took, you can appreciate how difficult it was to get bottles if you were in business. If you had a soda bottling works,
yeah.
If you were a brewer, if you were compounding patent medicines, it wasn't easy to get these things. And it's not much easier now for us to find them after 100 and some years.
That's right. And now, for those people who may be interested in this, you've actually got a presentation coming up on the 14th, right?
Yes, there's a presentation at 7 o'clock in the evening on the 14th at the Marquette Regional, or Marquette County Regional History Center. And in that presentation, I'll show examples of soda bottles, beer bottles, some from whiskey wholesalers, patent medicines, and all of these are from the 19th century. All were made by hand,
wow, individually,
meaning a glass blower put a pipe into hot glass, blew it into a mold, cooled it, and then finished it. And so each bottle was individually made and shipped from wherever it was made to Marquette.
Very interesting. So a lot of work gets put into this. Now, you were telling me before the break, you used to teach a 12-hour class. You only get 3 minutes here. So people are going to want to go and catch you for at least just an hour to see what they can learn from you on the 14th there.
Yes, part of the presentation on the 14th will be, we're going to allow some time for questions and answers. Okay. We've asked people to bring in at least one old bottle if they have one. And from my years of collecting, I'm pretty good at analyzing the age, sometimes very narrow span of years, other times a larger span of years. But there are many things you look for because bottle making in those days before 1900 was in a process of flux, and the technology was constantly changing. And so you pick that up as you look at the bottles. This bottle made in 1870 was not made the same way as this bottle. It looks like it, made in 1880.
All right, so you want to encourage people to get out there, bring your bottles. I know you've piqued my interest this morning, and just like you said, maybe you're just getting interested in it, so bring a bottle down there on the 14th, hang out with Bill. And Bill, I want to thank you for spending some time with us this morning talking about some pretty interesting bottles.
Thank you, Sam.
All right, well, after the break, we're going to check up with Ashley Kirkland, who's laying down on the job this morning. We'll have more with her after the break.